In this video, we are going to discuss some open response practice concepts that will appear on your quarter 3 final. So let's get started. All right, so let's start here. The table below shows the amount in pounds of snow that Andy can remove over a time using a shovel. Based on the table, what is the amount of snow in pounds that Andy can remove in 5 minutes? Explain how you got your answer. That means we need to write a race statement because we need to explain. That means we need a minimum of 3 sentences. All right, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my sentence frames. First, we're going to restate the question. Actually, let me make the text a different color. The amount of snow Andy can remove in 5 minutes is, this is because, therefore my response is. Okay, so now that I've set up our sentence frames, let's solve this. All right, I see that 1 minute is 80 pounds. So now we need to go to 5 minutes. So we're going to multiply by 5. 80 times 5 is 400. So the amount of snow that Andy can shovel in 5 minutes is 400 pounds. This is because, now let's explain what we just talked about. In the table, it says in 1 minute, he can do 80 pounds. So multiply by 5 to go to 5 minutes and get 400 pounds, because 80 times 5 is 400. Therefore, my response is 400 pounds. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we still have the same table, the amount of snow that Andy can shovel in a different number of minutes. Use the table below to write an equation to find the amount of snow in pounds Andy can shovel in X minutes, or any minutes. All right, so we need to, first, let's set up our sentences. An equation would be, this is because, therefore my response is. All right, so now we need to look here. How am I going from the minutes to the pounds? And if we see here, I am multiplying by 80, because 1 times 80 is 80, 2 times 80 is 160, and so on. So to get the amount of snow, which is y, that's the y variable, as it says in the question, you multiply 80 times the number of minutes, which is x. So the equation would be y equals 80 times x. This is because to go from the minutes to the total snow removed is, you multiply by 80. Therefore, my response is y equals 80x, or 80 times x. All right, let's move on. What is the amount of snow that Andy can remove in 10 minutes? All right, let's build our sentence frames. The amount of snow Andy can remove in 10 minutes is, and I'm going to say 800 pounds. This is because, all right, so let's explain how I got the 800. If 1 minute is 80 pounds, multiply that by 10 to go to 10 minutes. And that would be 800 because 80 times 10 is 800. Therefore, my response is 800 pounds. All right, let's keep going. 1 week, Andy shoveled 560 pounds of snow. How many hours did he shovel for? All right, so let's build our sentence frames. If he shoveled 560 pounds, he would have shoveled for. This is because, therefore, my response is. All right, we need to think how we would go from 80 pounds to 560 pounds, and that would be times 7. So 1 minute times 7 is 7 minutes. Oh, and my apologies, that over here, that should say minutes, not hours. All right, so this is because to go from 80 pounds to 560 is times 7. So 1 minute times 7 is 7 minutes. Therefore, my response is 7 minutes. All right, so that concludes what would be one constructed response. We just went through 4 parts. Let's look at another one. All right, a student has 30 tickets to use at a carnival. The number of tickets needed to go on some rides and play some games are shown in the table. All right, the student played 1 game of ball throw and rode the bumper cars 1 time. She used a total of 9 tickets. Write an equation that can be used to find the number of tickets needed for the bumper cars. Show or explain. So that means we're writing a race statement. And all right, so let's start. An equation to find the number of tickets for the bumper cars, not bumper cat, bumper cars is, all right, and let's break this down. So she played the ball throw, which is 3 tickets. She rode the bumper cars, which is T tickets. So let's add those together. And the total would equal 9. So that would be your equation. 3 plus T equals 9. This is because, and what did we just say? The ball throw is 3. The bumper cars is T. And add together to get 9. Therefore, my response is 3 plus T equals 9. All right, let's keep going. A student has 30 tickets. We still know this. Solve the equation you wrote in part A to find T, the number of tickets for the bumper cars. All right, so let's build our sentence frames first. The solution to the equation would be, this is because, therefore my response is. All right, so the equation we wrote was 3 plus T equals 9. So if I undid my addition with subtraction, 9 minus 3 would be 6. This is because, again, what did we just say? Subtraction undoes addition. And 9 minus 3 is 6. Therefore, my response is T equals 6. All right, let's keep going. A student has 30 tickets still. They use a total of 15 tickets for rides on the Ferris wheel. How many times did she ride the Ferris wheel? Write and solve an equation. All right, so first let's build our sentence frames. The number of rides she did on the Ferris wheel is, this is because, therefore my response is. All right, so the number of rides she did on the Ferris wheel is, and I'm going to say 3. This is because it is 5 tickets each ride. So 5 times r equals 30, 15 rather. Because again, it asks us to write an equation. If you undo the multiplication with division, you get 3. Therefore, my response is 3. All right, let's keep going. All right, so the student used 24 of her 30 tickets. So for this one, I'm gonna write down some information first. 24 of 30 tickets means 6 left. In order to play one ring toss game and ride the roller coaster one time, she needed to buy more tickets to use with the tickets she had left. So ring toss is 2. Roller coaster is 8, which means she needs to use 10. Since she has 6, she needs to buy 4 tickets. All right. You spent $2.60 on the tickets. What is the cost of each additional ticket? So $2.60 divided by 4 tickets. All right, let me do this in my head quick. 4 goes into 26, 6 times. Subtract, you get 2, bring down a 0, and then 4 would fit into 25 times. So it would be 65 cents. So she would have spent 65 cents on each additional ticket. This is because she has 6 tickets left, but she needs 10. So she had to buy 4. $2.60 divided by 4 is 65 cents. All right, let's move on to our last type of question. The following graph shows the students who take French or Spanish in 6th and 7th grade at a school. Based on the circle graph for 6th grade, what percent of students take French? Okay. So I'm looking at 6th grade, 45%. So actually, first let's build our sentence frames. The percent of students who take French is, this is because, therefore my response is. Okay. I know that the entire circle would make up 100% because 100% is one whole. If 45% speak Spanish, that means that 55% would speak French. All right, so let's put that into a this is because statement. The whole circle, hold on, let me change the color back. The whole circle is 100%. Subtract the 45% who speaks who take Spanish and get 55%. Therefore, my response is 55%. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, let's move on. The following circle graph shows the students who take Spanish or French. Okay, what is the number of students taking French in 6th grade? Explain your reasoning. Okay, the number of students taking French is, this is because, therefore my response is. All right, let's jump into our this is because. We know that 55% speak French or take French, and that is 55 over 100. Simplified, if you divide by 5, is 11 over 20. You then multiply by 4 to get to the total of 80 students, which is 44 out of 80. So the number of students that take French is 44. And again, so we know in the circle graph that 55% it is, but the total is 80. So 55 out of 100. You can't go from 100 to 80, so you have to simplify. You would divide by 5. 55 over 100 is 11 over 20. Then you multiply to get 4 by 4 to get 44 over 80. All right, let's move on to our final part. All right, which grade has a greater number of students taking French? We know from part B, it is 44 6th graders. Now let's look at the 7th graders. All right, so 7th graders who speak French, 70% is 70 out of 100. But the total is 50. 70 out of 100 equals what out of 50? Divide by 2 to go from 100 to 50. 70, to go from 100 to 50. 70 out of 100 equals 35 out of 50. All right, so that is our final part, and we will stop here. Bye, guys.